Welcome back to another episode of Distracted. We are your hosts. I am Gugs. He is
Jag, aka Santos.
And man, we talked about it way too much over the last couple of weeks. I'm kind of tired of it, but let's just get right to it. First, let's talk about the new Taylor drop.
The Tortured Poets Department. Shit.
I'm talking about the new Drake drop. The Taylor Made Freestyle.
But the Tortured Poets Department is pretty dope.
I still gotta give it a listen. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually haven't listened to it, but I did come across that she threw some shots at what's her fucking name, Kim Kardashian, which is fucked up. So I mean, looks like everybody's getting in on this diss game.
Why is Taylor Swift dissing Kim K? Like, how the hell is this even?
I don't know.
Where does this come from?
I don't know. We're in a new fucked up era, man. We're really in a new fucked up era.
That's crazy. I would have never thought we'd be sitting here discussing, in the middle of all the shit that's going on in hip hop,
Taylor's diss, yeah,
the Civil
exactly.
War in hip hop, and then Taylor Swift's dissing Kim K. How does Kim K even respond?
She drops her Skims line numbers. She fucking drops those numbers and fucking blows Taylor Swift out of the water.
However, in Drake's words, Taylor Swift's the biggest gangster.
You know what? She is at the end of the day. She dominated that bitch.
That's what he says on the freestyle, right? So
getting into the diss.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy fucking doubles down. Right when you think we're sitting there on the clock, waiting out Kendrick's response, this guy comes and goes, fuck it. When I heard it, I was like, oh, Pac? Snoop? What the fuck is this? But then I heard it on Drake's page. So I was like, if he's posting it, it has to be real. And then I heard it and I was like, what the fuck? And like I remember I sent it to a buddy here and homeboy was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's a real fucking diss. Like he actually went for it.
And when he says buddy here, for those listening on Spotify, he's talking about me. Why? You pointed at me. Why can't you just say my name?
God. I have no idea. I guess the tequila just makes you feel like everybody's watching you.
But that's a Fire Michael Jackson song. Somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Anyways, sorry.
So... yeah, when I first heard it, I didn't know how I felt about it. I was like, I don't know, this is kind of weird because, like, why you channeling Tupac? But you could totally tell, like, you could tell it's Drake's flow.
It had his cadence.
Drake, obviously, yeah.
Like you could hear that flow in it. At first, I was like tripping. I was like, Pac's voice? But Pac don't rap like this. And then it came to me after, same thing like the cadence. I was like, oh shit, this is Drake rapping with AI and shit. I was like, wow, man.
Yeah, and I felt like it could kind of rub people the wrong way. Like, you're taking a legend, you're taking someone that's dead, and you took Snoop too, who's still alive, and Snoop had a funny ass reaction.
Yeah, he did. He tripped out on
he's
IG.
Like, they did what?
Yeah. Suge Knight responded and said some shit. I honestly, the audio was so fucked up because like the beat over him talking was so high that you couldn't really make out what he's saying exactly. But it was something in the tune of like, you know, you gotta respect your legends. Same shit like what you're saying. You gotta respect your legends. You can't use them in AI. It's disrespectful and all that. But
however, we're like looking at it just strictly from a trolling standpoint. It's hilarious though. Like when you really think about what he's doing, because Pac is like Kendrick's idol, and again, let me just preface it saying like I'm a huge Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
I'm just an outsider looking in on the situation. Like it's pretty hilarious to think like he's using his idol to be like, yo, Kendrick, you gotta step it up. Like what the hell's wrong with you? And he's almost like disarming Kendrick in a way.
Yeah.
He's saying all these things like, oh, you let this Canadian light skinned dude say this to you, blah blah blah. It's like he's trying to take away Kendrick's ammunition.
I love how they keep taking, like he keeps bringing in the whole Canadian thing. Like, I love it. Every time, like, anyone talks about it, oh, they're mad because a Canadian came in and took the spot. They're mad a Canadian guy showing them how to rap. I fucking love it. I live for that shit. I think it's dope. But, like, what do you... So, let's get a little bit serious here. What do you think about
I was already serious.
No, but, like, I mean, really going deep down, like, you know what I mean? clearly we thought it's funny and all that shit. But what do you think it's appropriate to use AI? And especially use Pac and Snoop Dogg?
Well, I mean, that, like I said, from a trolling standpoint, it's like, okay, I get what he's doing. But then, like, some people are like taking it so overboard, like, oh, he's condoning AI and all this shit. You shouldn't do that. But I don't know. Like I said, I look at it two different ways. When I first heard it, I was kind of like, yeah, what the fuck? But then when I realized, I'm like, he's just doing it to bait him. He's just doing it. He's just playing mind games again.
I never comment online on people's socials and all that shit. Like, I just sort of keep my opinion to myself for the most part. But I couldn't help it. So I went on my Santos, at Santos, a producer on IG, profile, and I actually started commenting and going on different pages and showing my opinion, like sharing my opinion. But it's crazy how many people don't understand that this is simply a bait track. This wasn't supposed to be like that first one where he took shots. This was literally just to get under Kendrick's skin. Simply put.
Snoop in his Snoop voice. This is why Drake is pretty funny though. The first bar, he's like, nephew.
Yeah. And then he says that Unc at the end, like, I got it from here, Unc, or whatever. But like that, like, if this was Drake's first diss, bullshit. I'd be like, yo, bro, what the fuck are
definitely.
you thinking, man? But I think it was ingenious. Like, you know, OGs can hate and say, you know, you shouldn't be using AI and all that whatnot. But we're in 2024, man. Like, you gotta get up with the times. AI is here. AI is here to fucking stay. And I think a lot of people miss the whole point of like AI being the big thing about Kendrick's response, quote unquote. Everybody was like, is this AI? Is it not? And it turned out it was AI because the actual guy who made it came out and he broke down how he made it. And it was dope, but like, I think it's solid that Drake fucking did it. Now, I won't sit here and say that it's good of them to put Kendrick on a clock because Drake took his sweet time to respond too.
Yeah, but again, you can tell Drake's just trying to control the narrative, right? So he's trying to be like, he's trying to put the pressure on Kendrick. Like I said, he's kind of disarming him from saying, oh, you can't say this now because I already said it about myself and all this stuff.
Straight 8 Mile shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
pretty
The last
much,
battle, like fucking Rabbit, like all saying all that shit. You know, like, I am a white boy. I am like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit was dope.
It's just straight trolling. But what's crazy is that after all that, now Kanye is jumping back in.
Oh my god, bro! Like, why is this guy Rick Ross in it, man? Like, fucking just stay the fuck out. You weren't in it. You tried to get in it. You weren't there, and now you're fucking getting on the Like That remix. What's the fucking point? And I heard it. I didn't give a fuck about it.
I think in a way it kind of makes, like, again, they're still treating Drake like he's fucking Thanos. Like,
oh man,
it's like Kanye's like, oh yeah, there's something. Oh, we're all hating on Drake. I'm back in. Like,
yeah. And then I heard some shit about Like That. I saw something about like Metro Boomin liking a tweet about Pusha T being on the remix as well.
Yeah,
that'd be the worst fucking move.
Honestly, Pusha he's good. Like what he already accomplished.
He got the W.
Yeah,
hey,
it's
like
like
you took
let it be. I don't think he needs to do anything. If that's what it was, it would look so corny. It's like, yo, there's like 10 of us. We can't beat Drake. Pusha, please help us. Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, keep adding people on. It's fucking bullshit, man. Even Ross, I've noticed, like, I've been following his story. He's starting to back off. I think it was personally strictly just for that car show that he does. But, and it was funny though, because, you know, in that diss, Drake started saying, like, you know, dogging on his real estate. You know, you got that shit out of an auction, like his house, Ross's house. And then people just started doing, actually, academics posted a comparison of the two houses. And yeah, of course, Ross has shitloads of property. But that property and that house value compared to what it cost Drake for his house in Toronto, like Canadian, you know, like the real estate market over here is fucked. Like, it was a huge comparison, like difference between the two. So clearly people were like, bro, like, tell Ross to build that compound in fucking Toronto and let's see if you can do it. You know, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it is. But getting back to the Kanye song.
Fucking Distracted, man. Oh, God. That's how much Ross bothers me, man. Like, anytime I hear that or I think of it, I fucking go on a tangent and I just run with it. Like, I can't.
But Kanye, it's not even like he came that hard at Drake anyways.
I didn't take it serious
but, like, what did he even say?
So
he's like,
y'all, I actually wrote it down. So he's like, y'all so out of sight, out of mind. I can't even think of a Drake line. Play J. Cole, get the pussy dry. Fucking poor J. Cole, man. This guy bowed out, humbly apologizes, took down his diss, which I read was one of the biggest fall offs of on the Billboard charts, because 7 Minute Drill was pretty high up there.
Yeah, I think last week I said I think it debuted at like 7. It was like a top 10 song.
Yeah, and they're like it plummeted. I mean,
well, of course,
gone,
I
right?
mean, if it's, you can't stream it.
That's the thing. So like, it's the biggest plummet in history. So it's like Cole's been steady, just like taking shots. And honestly, after that, I stopped sort of listening to the whole album. If it comes on in my rotation, great, I'll listen to it. But I haven't really went out of my way to go give it a listen again.
But it's so funny that like Kanye has beef with Drake, and then J. Cole's out here catching strays. Like,
that was a pretty fucking wicked bar, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It was funny. Like, as big of a J. Cole fan I am, like, he's one of my favorite, if not my favorite rapper. It's still funny, man. Comedy is comedy.
And then, I was gonna say Kanye posted some memes and shit. But you know what? On a side note, I can't take Kanye serious with that fucking the teeth that he has. Have you seen it? Like, he got pulled out his other teeth, and now he's
I didn't even see.
He's got like a platinum teeth or something, like just a solid fucking like silver teeth, like just like a bar. It looks like a fucking Tesla truck inside of his fucking mouth. It looks stupid as fuck, man. Like, it's just, I can't take this man serious. Like, you take shots, you back down, you apologize, you back down, you come back up, you double it up, and now he's saying some shit like, oh, Future called me up and was like, yo, you come to the studio, jump on the remix, and he's saying like everybody in the industry is so happy to see the elimination of Drake. Bro, listen, Kanye, you ain't gonna be the one to take Drake out, and nobody else is, because Drake is at that point now where he's just he could come out with bullshit, but he'll bounce back. The guy had a fucking video of him stroking his dick on a plane. He bounced back. Ain't nobody give a fuck. When did he get canceled? He has too much of a loyal fan base. I said it. I fucking said it. It is what it is, man. Like, it's too late, man. It takes 20 guys to take this guy out.
If you're reading this, it's too late.
Yeah. Wait till the captions pop up here. And yes, I said it. But it's true, man. Like, when you go do that kind of shit, it's hard to fucking cancel somebody if they couldn't cancel themselves. Like, even Weeknd said it, like, your camp's got a leak because clearly that video leaked, but like, what did it do to Drake? It did nothing. It actually made chicks more attracted to him. The amount of memes I saw of like fucking girls like behind their boyfriend's back watching the video and all that shit, like, Drake is a meme king. Like, I don't know. That's enough of Drake. I think that's enough of Drake.
That's enough. In other news, there's more beef going on in hip hop too.
I can't believe about this one though. Like, Chris Breezy and Quavo. Where the fuck is this coming from, man?
I don't know. It was like, I felt like it was like the diss track that like no one needed. Like, it just came. I've maybe heard Chris rap on a few songs here and there, but I've never actually heard him like rap like this. I mean, he's got bars. Yeah, I don't mind Chris rapping, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
I listen to a lot of Chris Brown, so like, I know he raps a lot. Like, on the album he did with Tyga, they were rapping back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
And he can rap when he wants to, but I mean, I just don't care for, like, in the midst of all this fucking hip hop civil war shit that's going on that we're talking about, like, Chris Brown and Quavo, like, how serious could it be? Like, they sat next to each other at I can't remember what event that was.
It was forcefully done, like, by the agency, whatever. And I think he even says in one of the lines, like, I wanted to knock your teeth out, whatever, while I was sitting next to you. But it's like, you didn't. You fucking didn't. You didn't knock his teeth out, dog. Like, so clearly it's not that big.
But a lot of people, they're giving Chris props, like, oh, he went in. But like I said, like, I don't know, I'm like Chris Brown fan. I just don't care for the beef.
When's the last time you heard fucking Quavo in a beef?
Hopefully never again.
That's
I don't
what I mean.
care.
Like, there's nothing about it that makes me want to be like, oh shit, here we go. I feel like diss tracks and beefs are just like the cool thing right now, and it's not for everyone.
And what's crazy is Quavo came back.
He literally used his takeoff from like a previous clip or something in a diss track.
I think that's wild because, like, takeoff verses at this point should be like, yo, you bring him out on special occasions, or you know what I mean? Like, make it like a big thing. Like if you have a nip verse or
like it's like holy grail shit. Like like you don't just pull that out for nothing.
Yeah, and on like a throwaway diss track,
especially when Chris Brown actually said that, like, that was actually a pretty savage line though, saying like, Takeoff was the wrong one to die. Everybody wishes it should have been you.
Yeah,
and then like Chris Brown's literally saying that Takeoff was the best one. And then Quavo uses Takeoff's fucking verse.
This is called Weakest Link, meaning he's the weakest link of the Migos. Yeah. And then he goes and pulls a verse from one of the other Migos to help him.
Think about it. We got Drake and Future, Metro, and all those guys. We got Taylor Swift and Kim K. We got Chris Brown and that fucking one. On a side note, Chris Brown actually rapped in his diss about beating women, and I was like, dog, what are you doing? That's like your point of view. You cannot use that line. Like, that's not a line for you, my guy. But if I was to chalk it up, I would say Chris took this one.
Yeah, I think that's pretty easy. I mean, how are you gonna have a diss track and like not even do every verse on the diss? And then he's like throwing ad libs in the diss track too.
Yeah, that was pretty sick though, mama. But I don't know. Like, honestly, I personally think once these guys split up, Migos sort of lost that oomph. Like that together they were wicked. On their own, they're sort of like, not bad. I mean, they have hits, but not like when they were together. They were powerful, man.
Yeah, like, I think because like they probably came up rapping together. They kind of had a formula. They knew how to make songs together.
Like even I talked about Offset's tour. Like, it's not making headlines. Like, it's not doing shit. No one's really paying attention to any of their shit.
Yeah, but all this new beef with all this new shit going on, it's kind of refreshing to hear that.
Well, talking about beef, because like Dog Pound, they did this whole marketing ploy of beef thing. Like, I heard the Dog Pound broke up, and they had a bunch of celebrities doing it, like Drewski, fucking who was it, Enely Choppa, Swiss Beats, Ray J. Fucking Ray J's wicked, man. On a side note, have you seen Ray J's clip of like him trying to break those unbreakable glasses? Yeah, he was like promoting these glasses, and he literally bent them the wrong way, and they snapped, and everybody was like, what the fuck is this? It's a while ago. But nonetheless, so these guys use a lot of celebrities to say there's like this beef with Dog Pound. And clearly there wasn't. They dropped a song. Pretty sick song. I fuck with it. I think it's pretty dope. It had like that nostalgic West Side, West Coast, vibe to it. I guess you can call it.
It's dope. Like when you hear like Daz, Corrupt, and Snoop rap, it still sounds like it takes you back. They still rap the same. They sound the same, like in a good way.
Yeah.
And it's funny seeing them now. Like they're still sea walking. They're still like.
Bro, Dog Pound had hits.
Oh, bro, Dog Pound was.
Bro, like even now, like if I'll be sitting there and it's a beautiful sunny day, I'm like, you get that fucking feel. Like I'm just gonna go outside. I'm gonna shine up my whip, drop the top. You just wanna throw these songs on, fucking like Big Pimpin', New York. What was another? Let's Play House. And you cruise to this shit. Like Dog Pound just had that wicked West Coast vibe to him.
Yeah, Let's Play House was one of my favorite Dog Pound songs. Yeah. Respect is dope.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorites too. Like, man, it was just like it was so West Coast their sound.
Yeah,
it was just dope, man. And they can really
like
rap,
summertime, like wicked vibe, like barbecue in the backyard. Like you can put on DPG anytime and. Dog Pound, yeah, DPG, and it's always a vibe, man.
Yeah, like their music video is dope. It's like the throwback. They're still wearing it's like new, but it's like throwback. Yeah, those tracksuits are fire.
And they had the WWE wrestling belts and fucking the crip walking. Yeah. Seeing these guys like mid 40s, they're just crip walking.
Yeah, they're still holding it down. It's crazy.
Actually, see, and the whips, they had like the lowriders.
Yeah.
Looking at those whips, man, I want to try that gin and juice or whatever it is in can form. That's a wicked marketing ploy, man. Like using fucking those cars and complete white can. But I don't, knowing Canada, we ain't gonna get that shit forever.
I know. We're probably gonna get it like when they stop manufacturing that shit.
Yeah, the throwaway cans. Dog Pound has a new album coming out.
Yeah. They showed it at the end of the video. They advertised it. It's like June 2024.
June 24. And Snoop's got an album coming out as well.
Oh damn!
Yeah, so it's a big. I don't know. Like since he took over Death Row, I feel like he's making a push.
Yeah, that's another thing. Because in the background of the video, they were showing like the Death Row
the poster,
records
whatever,
logo.
the
So
sign.
I didn't even realize that they're probably dropping all this shit on Death Row.
Yeah, 100%. I'm there, man. I'm there for it. Dog Pound is fucking OG. Like, you come up on it and Death Row and all this shit.
And we talked about in our most influential record labels episode, 100%. We talked about Death Row.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's nice to see. And for all you guys wondering, it's the album's called WAWG. We All We Got. I'm excited, man. Excited. I'm excited. Man. I'm excited, man. Really excited, man. So excited, bro. Fuck, can't wait. That's a new thing I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. I'm excited, man.
Just XI apostrophe D.
I'm excited, dog. Talking about excitement. Garcia versus Haney.
Oh yeah,
that shit was wicked, man. It's a fucking exciting. It's exciting time to watch fucking fighting, man. Like we had the UFC 300. That was some big ass hits. We had the Garcia fight. We got Tyson coming up. We got Conor coming up. Adesanya's coming up. Like it's gonna be a good summer.
Yeah, you're right, man. And even going into the Haney Garcia fight, like Garcia didn't make weight. Yeah, he was like over by like 3.5 pounds or something. That's a lot.
Doesn't seem like a lot, but in fighting, that's huge.
A big number, yeah. So the title wasn't on the line, which is kind of crazy because Garcia took him the fuck out, man. He knocked him down like 3 times.
Man, I will say I've been seeing some solid fucking pictures though. I came across these posts too where it's like this photographers have stepped up their games, man. They make like the guy who's like towering over the guy who's knocked out just like look insane.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like fucking just like sort of sitting there and
it's like that classic like Ali. Yeah.
And like they're really making these guys look like badasses, man. Yeah, I'm there. I think it's wicked.
Man, that's like legendary shit, man. Yeah. If only someone had like a picture of us like talking to a mic like that.
Yeah, right. Like, fuck. That's exciting shit, man. Oh man. I don't know if you came across it, but Garcia was pretty much saying shit like after he lost his last fight, he went on this sort of rant of like the Illuminati and all this crazy shit's happening. It's all a setup, the world, blah blah blah. And now he's coming back saying, it was all a ploy and I just trolled the world. This was just for you guys to look at me like I'm weak-minded and all that shit. I mean, if it's true, it worked. But would it be the same outcome if he lost? Would he still be saying like, well, I was just trolling you? No, I think he would have doubled down. I think he would have went even harder at trying to say that he's trolling the world and all that bullshit.
Yeah, so that's an interesting point. I never thought about it from that perspective. Like, isn't it an excuse? Yeah. But at the same time,
it's a way out, man. It's an alibi.
Yeah, I mean, it could be looked at it that way, but I don't know. Like, they were even talking about it during the fight, like, his social media antics, all this shit. Like, I don't know, but he's a different person in the ring. Yeah. I don't know what to make of it. I just judge him as a fighter only, and he fucking kicked some ass that night. I just want to see
good fights, man. Good fights.
It was funny because at the end, like, they're asking Devin Haney. He seemed a little loopy too, but which is like, it's kind of weird. You're being interviewed when you just like you got knocked down a few times.
Yeah. Can't say I know the feeling.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm still the champion though. Let's run it back.
Why wasn't it for the fucking belt, man?
Well, because he didn't make weight, right? So
that's fucked. Shit, that sucks. Talking about belts, NBA Lakers versus Nuggets. We just watched it.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
The ending was fire.
That's like the playoffs, man. Like, it was fucking game 2. Like, game 2. Game winning bucket.
Yeah, Jamal Murray. That was crazy. Last second. Cinematic. Yeah.
You know what I mean? 1 second left, takes a 2.
That's wild. Comeback victory, too, man. You thought
they were down by 20.
Yeah.
And
when, like, LeBron hit, like, threes on back-to-back possessions, you thought maybe they're going to hold on to the win, but I don't know. There's something about like Denver it's like they just got the Lakers number. Like you can't be no lead is safe.
LeBron's gotta go in his bag, man. LeBron has gotta go in his bag, gotta reach deep and just fucking pull it out. That's the only way. I would love to, because I don't feel like LeBron's gonna be around too much longer. I think he's sort of calling quite soon. Yeah. It'd be dope for him to get another win on this.
It would, but man, I don't know. And
there's some
talent. The Nuggets are that team right now.
Yeah, NBA's got them real talent. That shot actually reminded me of the shot from the Raptors fuck
Yeah,
was his name?
Kawhi, right?
Yeah,
when
Kawhi Leonard when he took that shot. Like that was the same sort of the atmosphere. The crowd goes wild.
Yeah, the crowd lost it. That
mean?
was such a crazy, to see that shot like in real time, and you're just like, what the?
Yeah, it was dope, man. You know what? You know what else is dope? The Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver fucking Canucks. They won, and it's crazy because like I have said this previous times or many times before that because of NFL and all that, I've sort of just stopped watching a lot of other things. Like, you know, you don't really have much time in your day to dedicate towards certain sports, but man, like I started watching it and it just like there's this like whole different electric feeling. There's like this buzz in the fucking air. You can feel it. You know, like Rogers Arena's packed. Outside is packed. I saw so many people at the game and I was just like, holy shit, like it's a whole brand new team, young, fresh, like it's something there, man. Like you guys are doing something.
Think about it. Like there's Canucks fans that in their lifetime they've probably never even seen or don't remember the Canucks going to the playoffs because it's been 9 years,
it's
right?
been a while.
That's a long time.
For me, the biggest thing I remember about the Canucks is the riots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's always just been like that dark stain on our record. But after that, like this is amazing to see, man. I feel like I feel that like, you know, like I want to keep watching. I want to learn more about it.
The city was lit. Like I was in I didn't go to the game, but I was in Vancouver earlier in the day and there's like everybody's wearing Canucks jerseys. There's so many people out. And even the players are saying, like Quinn Hughes and JT Miller, both, they were just they've never experienced like that type of energy from the crowd, and to see everybody waving towels, making that type of noise, it was like it really fueled them, man. And like, they're like you get emotional. It's crazy.
I honestly imagine being those guys like that young, feeling what they feel, like being on the ice. Like I would kill to fucking feel that, man. Like that just, it's some next level shit. And then just knowing like everybody's cheering for you, like you guys have the chance to like really fucking bring this home, because I think you were saying before that they're sort of, people are really thinking that these guys might be the ones to pull it off, something like that. Like that's sort of the buzz going in.
Yeah, they got a really good chance, man. Like Vancouver's got a really solid team this year, and
I'm excited for Game 2 tomorrow, man. It's big times. If these guys pull this shit off, holy fuck. Scott 72, here we come.
Yeah, they'll be heroes forever, and
yeah, that'd be a big fucking.
And you could tell, like you mentioned, like everybody's going crazy after they won. There's so much energy.
I feel like even people that don't watch hockey and don't follow it to a T, even they're jumping on that energetic. Like, of course, a bandwagon has to be huge, but it's still cool to see that everybody's there. Like, everybody wants to be a part of it. Yeah, I think that's really exciting. So yeah, you know, Game 2. Let's see where this fucking goes. I'm hoping for another win. Yesterday was an exciting game. A lot of goal. Well, not too much goal scoring, but every time they did score, you know, one thing I will say, there were some big ass hits in yesterday's game. Like you see the one at the end when I forgot his name now, but he got thrown up in the air a little bit.
Yeah, I
was like, oh shit, that's when I became a fan. I was like, I think I got to get back into this into hockey again. I sort of fell out of love out of it with it.
Now's the time, man.
Now's the time.
Yeah,
but that's this episode. Please like, subscribe, comment, share it with your aunts, your uncles, your grandpas, your grandmas, your moms, dads, brothers, sisters, wives, sisters, baby mamas, babies, mamas, damas, whatever, whoever you know, share that, like it, comment it. We appreciate it. We appreciate you for watching, taking time out of your day.
Thank you.
And I think it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Boom.
See you next time. Peace.